wanted to actually ask, how do you guys approach like dating now, or like, looking for potentials now in this age?
Agents, don't trust Penny. She's one of the ladies. She's gonna tell them now. Yeah, that one is. Don't trust it.
Lizali isiti ingala khoti tikonko osiye enyaniso zo.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Revival, UJ APK Stasum's discussion segment on our YouTube channel. And we are on part 2 of What Gents Wish Ladies Knew. And this is a topic about Adventist dating, as well as courtship and everything in between. So the ladies have compiled a list of questions, and in part 1 we handled some of those questions, and I think we did a good job of that. And in this part we will be expounding more on these questions that the ladies have for the guys. And I am Penelope Siwela. I am the treasurer at UJ APK Stasum, and I will be your host for today. And I'm also joined by lovely gentlemen, and I'd like them to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Absalom Tagui, and my relationship status is single.
Yes, amen.
Hi guys, I'm Alexander Betsy, and I'm still in a relationship.
Amen. Okay.
Hi guys, I am Odindel Mudondo. Well, my relationship status is that I'm taken with Christ. Yeah.
Amen. Amen.
My name is Miles Daniels, and I think I share Odendal's sentiments there. But
okay.
I'm single. Now.
Okay. We see you, gents. We see you. So unfortunately, we do not have Wilfred and Tandazani, who are with us in the previous video and the previous parts. So unfortunately, hopefully they'll join us while we discuss. But unfortunately, we just gotta keep it moving. So, gents, your first question for part 2. It's gonna be hectic. Drink some water. What is the fear behind rejection?
Maybe I should start.
Yeah, please.
But I promised Nale. I promised Nale in the previous video.
Okay. I feel like the fear behind rejection is pretty simple. It's like the fear behind the jump.
Okay.
What if I don't make it? What if I miss? What if I hit the wall and fall? There are too many what ifs. That's where the confidence gets, saying even if I don't make it, it's cool. Or I believe that I can make it. But it's the fear behind missing out and being rejected. It's not nice. It's emotional pain.
So you guys feel emotions too?
We do. I think from
Not robots.
from my point, it's as Nalezani said. For that moment, you opening yourself. You understand. So it's sort of you being weak, not really weak, but exposing yourself, being vulnerable rather, at certain points, and especially if the dame you approach is, let's say, someone popular, right? Then you don't know what's the reaction gonna be about it. Like, yo, that guy. I don't know. Maybe that's a weird take on it, but in a nutshell, yeah, I think it's the vulnerability associated with it.
Oh, what do you think?
Okay, I wanted to say, as you say, this kind of exposing yourself, I would say rejection comes with it, with ripping off your self-esteem, your confidence. Yeah, just because, one thing that you should know, ladies, is that you should not undermine when I say something.
Okay.
You understand? Of course, I understand there are gents who do happen to say the words that do not have value. But speaking on myself, like for myself, when I tell you that I'm interested in you, you should thank God that I approached you and said those words. So now, when rejection comes now, like really, after all the energy that I used, then boom, totally my confidence is going to be ripped.
Ish. But is not failure a part of this life?
Can I chip in?
You can chip in, Absa. I want to hear.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with rejection. I think at the end of the day, I just be strong as a gent. It's part of life. But what I have a problem with is after I get rejected, and then as time goes on, the lady starts getting interested in me, and then I'm like, how? You rejected me earlier, but now you want me. Now you're confusing me.
Really?
That's when I'm not even interested anymore. I even get touched. Like,
But then I think there's a disconnect here, because with us ladies, that's how we feel. We feel like when we do like a guy, we're also not trying to come off as throwing ourselves at you. You know, we're trying to maintain graceful and elegant. And then we see that Gents is not doing anything. He's not pursuing anything. So I'm just gonna, let this boat sail. And when I've reached Canada, now you guys decide that, nah, Penny, hey, Penny, I like you. Like, what?
Then we're in the friend zone.
So we're back to the friend zone. Because, I was actually talking to a friend the other day, and she said something really profound. And she said, it really is a genuine blessing when two people who equally like each other at the same time meet and connect at the same time and just share that mutual. Oh, we have Tandazani who's joining us. Hold on.
Right.
And who just meet at the same time, and are able to then build on that connection. It's really a blessing. And I think it just goes back to just praying and asking God for that sign that, Lord, give me someone who reciprocates the same energy I give off, Yeah. Tandazani, hi.
Hello. Yeah.
Could you please introduce yourself and your relationship status for everyone, please?
Okay. I'm Tanzan Chuma. My relationship is 2 days in a relationship. Yeah.
I thought it was 3 before.
Yeah.
Last count. Okay, Tanzani, I want you to answer the next question. And this one is a heavy one, Jets. I hope you prepared yourselves, because we are tired of you. So it says, when you date an Adventist gent, you assume that you're both on the same page about certain fundamentals, especially things regarding relationships. So why are ladies labeled as uptight when we don't want to engage in things that both you and I know are wrong? And I'll expound further. For example, if you get into a relationship with a guy who is Adventist, you don't expect your views on, for example, sex before marriage to be questioned. Like, y'all are on the same page. So why is it that we find, and this is quite common, unfortunately, in the Adventist church, where ladies feel pressured into sexual intimacy, sexual activities, and beyond hugs and kisses? Because I think one of the questions from the gents to the ladies was, why is it that you guys date outside of the church, and you don't date in the church because you say that you don't want to hug and kiss us, but then when you date outside the church, you go and you hug and kiss those guys? So can you please just shed some light on that?
Well, okay. For me, I think when it comes to sex, it's something that it's something that is inside the person. I've spoken with some guys. They were telling me that sex is something that sometimes, like, okay, I'll be blank about it, man.
Okay.
They said that once you start it, it's difficult for you to just move on a day. I'm gonna abstain and stuff like that.
Okay.
So in that perspective, it doesn't really matter who you are fighting different struggles. Someone is fighting the side of immorality, and someone is fighting other struggles. So I mean, are one of those things that you have to pray for. Like, I mean, it would be unfortunate for me to be fighting against different things. So it's not only on the guy's side. So even the ladies, they can actually confuse, like, surprise us with the desires, something that.
Okay, this is an interesting viewpoint. Does anyone want to counter or expound on what was just shared?
Okay.
I like his last point. Okay, Odendale.
Okay. I lost some words, but however, let me just say, it's this question. It happens to be on the both sides. You understand? Of course, we can accept that as gents, about pressurizing ladies into that zone. And also, I would say there are ladies, like, if you don't take that move, then it seems you are backward or you are something else.
Okay.
So basically, we need to repair all the fundamentals, like to be on par, both of us. You understand? Because men are going to say, ladies, they do this, and ladies are going to say that's what you do. But
Yeah.
actually, the ladies out there, you don't kiss them, you don't go push them to your room on stuff. They are going to say, okay, this guy is kind of a backward. You understand? Or within a short space of periods with talking to her, she will be already taking you to that zone. You understand? But you are not there. So when you have that lady, then probably you no longer date that lady, you are with another one. So already you are now using that previous marking scheme for the particular person. You understand? So you are like, okay, that lady, I didn't go with her about sex. So therefore, for this one, I should be like checked up, something like that. So hence, this lady, probably innocent, she will be like falling a victim of that. And probably it goes on to men. Like, the lady once did lose a boyfriend because she didn't do that. Now she's with me, and she sees me not going to that. She'll be like really, is backward. But that one will be like, it's kind of, we are marking each other with the previous marking scheme of your ex and stuff. You understand? So I would say that we really need to understand where we are standing, like correctly define what we believe in. Because there are times that we discuss these same topics and we just talk for the sake of the discussion to be said, it is done, but not really putting it into practice. Remember, there is a verse in Ephesians which says you should kind of stay away from every iniquity. You understand? Even the smallest one. You understand? But at the end of the day, we find ourselves in that. We really need that question, especially coming from the ladies. Were they just asking, or they just need for a discussion purpose?
No, I think it's something that really we're struggling with. Sometimes we end up in relationships with the guy that wears the suits with the blazer, as handsome as Miles. He's there with the PA system. We are convinced this is a man of God. And in our intimate time or our time together, we find, very sexual innuendos or suggestive things. That's hurtful, because I don't know, we don't know whether the ladies are suffering from lust, from porn and masturbation. You understand? We don't know whether they were raped before. We don't know the situation. But the reality is that a lot of young people do face these battles. And when we are confronted with someone from church, like a gent that we really trust to lead them, we always speak of men leading, and we want to be led in the right direction. We want to be led by gents who want help us glorify God with the relationship. And we're not met with that. Can I rather give it to Nale, because I want to also hear his point of view on that, and then we'll move to Miles.
Okay, I believe that. Okay, when you're talking about relationships and ladies and men, okay, in the outside world it's different from the church world. In the outside world,
Okay.
if you don't want to have sex with her, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Whether it's from the males or the females, it's the same sentiment. But
Okay.
then you get into church, right, and you find that some people are taught that, okay, everyone is taught that, some people just don't take it to their head. You know, sex is a sin, you set yourself up for marriage. And if someone doesn't want to stay there and say, okay, let me wait for this person until marriage, then it's obvious they won't be there during marriage. They don't think they're going to make it that far, so they're playing games with you once again. But I mean, if, for example, we're dating Penelope, I can afford to wait. I'm sure that we're going to get married and you love me, I love you. So what's the rush? Unless there's something that I don't know. You get it? So the more they want to have sex with you and they know your views and the contradiction of views, it just means that the two of you are not heading to the same direction.
Yeah. So how does one, I think, because now we're really expanding on this conversation, and I hope that we can make it a total topic on its own, because there are just so many avenues and dimensions and layers to this. But Miles, I would appreciate if you answer this question. Then how do we remedy this? How do we avoid ladies and gents who make these suggestions, make these, advances, these sexual advances? How do we keep our paths and walks and journeys with Christ as clean and narrow as possible, even while pursuing relationships? Let me unmute you quickly. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Okay, cool. So it would have been what I would have said now, regardless of the question.
Okay.
But I think, as we spoke before, if you're looking at, we spoke about what are you looking for in a lady, right? So if we are speaking particularly in context of the relationship already being there, because if we are talking about this point, we are assuming that the relationship should have been there already, not just like the guy was like, hey, and things happen, right? For me, I would say not depends on how to remedy it, would be at the start of the whole thing, right? Before things later root out and become bad, we need to start it properly, right? So as Adventists, we are saying that we should have the Christ at the center of our walks of life, right? Our as our guide. So if we are starting something like that, it should be from both parties should come into the relationship. We need to talk. Communication is very important, right? And so it might be a cliche answer and we hear this, but maybe it's the improper implementation thereof that is leading to all these other things. Basically, that we need to speak these things. Both of us coming into the relationship, we need to understand party A wants this to happen or not wants this to happen, but this is where I am, this is who I am, this is the level I'm at, and X, Y, and Z can be part of the relationship, X, Y, Z cannot be. You understand? So in that sense, when we both have a mutual understanding of what we want to happen, I'm not saying that it won't later result in things happening or turning out in the way we didn't want it to, but then you can be held to what we agreed in the beginning and say, but this is what we said, and now you are going against that. Yeah, I think in short, that's what I'd say.
Afsa, you've been quiet. What do you think on this whole matter?
I think maybe it can be an opportunity to teach this person the right ways, or evangelize to them, or just remind them of the principles. You should just stand firm as an individual on what you believe, and just not let anyone. But that's tricky, because if you did mention that sometimes people will be struggling already, and then they're at the cliff, they're trying to recover, and then someone just pushes them over. But yeah, I think as youth we need training in listening skills and listening skills and communication skills to better improve our relationships, because we send a lot of wrong messages.
We do. Wolford. Hi, Wolford.
Hello, Ken. How are you?
I'm so happy. Like, this is perfect timing. God knew that we also needed your opinion. I'd just like you to please introduce yourself and your relationship status again for the viewers.
Okay, my name is Wilford Gwaleni. I'm single.
Yes, he's single. So Wilford, the question was, and it was a very heavy question, and we had a lot of views on it, and I really would love to get your take on it. The question is, when you date an Adventist gent, you assume you're both on the same page about certain fundamentals, especially with things regarding relationships. So why are ladies labeled as uptight when we don't want to engage in things that both you and I know are wrong? And to expound further, for example, when you get into a relationship with a guy who is Adventist, you don't expect your views, i.e., no sex before marriage, to be questioned. You feel as if you share the same views. So why is it that we find ourselves in these tricky situations?
Okay, so from guy's view, is that it said that Adventist boyfriends are boring. So, so then what then is said is that because Adventist boyfriends are boring, so they are trying to try not to be boring by doing what they think is not boring, which other boyfriends are doing.
Okay.
And that's what it said, because it said that apparently ladies then say that dating an Adventist, it's like dating your friend.
Okay.
Because you can't differentiate between your friend and your Adventist boyfriend.
Yo, this is what ladies are telling you guys. Wow, really.
Like there's a lot of pressure on us, and then when we enter the pressure, they say that we're acting wrongly. Oh, there's too much pressure.
I'm really sorry to hear this, guys. Listen, unfortunately, we don't have much time remaining. Hi, Ma. But I have two more questions for you guys, and the third one I really want us to spend some time on it. So I hope we can spend about 4 minutes discussing it. So what is it with gents and their egos? Why are they easily intimidated by ladies who are independent, assertive, and sure of themselves? So we independent ladies find ourselves never being pursued, never being chased, or we end up in relationships that don't last because the guys we are in relationships with are intimidated by us, and we are tempted to water ourselves down, or rather shrink and diminish ourselves to please you guys and make you guys feel like men. And I use inverted commas very, very abundantly, to make you guys feel like men. So what is it about your egos and us wanting to be yes, like, what is it?
It's not an issue of ego, it's an issue of lack of confidence. So it's a need to have something which makes you to feel confident. So it's not like you have ego, it's like you lack confidence. Therefore, you need something to make you feel confident.
Okay. Yeah, this is heavy. This is heavy. This is shooting, gents.
I agree with what Wilford is saying, and I'd like to add on that there are levels to life, there are levels to people, whether you like it or not. If you're a boss lady, get yourself a boss man. Why do you want to get yourself someone who's weak, who's not confident?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yeah. I'm going to pull it back with the 1400. Forget the tracks to pull a 1400. So sometimes there's lack of suitability.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. So you need to get someone who is confident in themselves so that their confidence surpasses yours, and then they won't feel intimidated by you.
Yeah, on top of that, we guys like being heroes. So you wanna rescue someone from something that they will remember you for the rest of their life. So yeah, that as well.
Okay. So you guys want to feel needed. Oh, is this what I'm hearing? That you guys want to feel needed?
Okay. Let me just say, it's actually it depends. Maybe I'm out of the box of others, but I think being someone who is independent, I actually left it for the first time when we defined what we need in a lady.
Okay.
Basically, we need those assertive ladies, as for me. Because one of the things, you shouldn't like accept everything that I say. You'll be boring.
Okay.
You understand? You need to be a productive person. You know, someone whom I can be the biggest fan. You know, lead you like you lead, then you be. But at the end of the day, God created men and women equal before the cross, but with the different roles in the society and all. You understand? So what we need to understand is that when you become independent, how are you taking the person whom you say is your boyfriend? You understand? Because when you become a Gucci girl, then I don't afford Gucci. And but I'm trying I'm trying to show you my love by probably buying you that which is below what you think. Then you see me as something else. So at the end of the day, ladies who are independent, you'll be left out. You understand? Because of the pride that you do have.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, find a person like me, yeah, then I will be your biggest fan. You're actually those ladies that we really need. But we should correctly define, and you should know your roles within the home.
So what I'm hearing is that there's a difference between a lady who is assertive, who is sure of herself, and who is a leader in her own respect, and also a lady who is arrogant, narcissistic, and full of pride. So
yes,
what I'm hearing from you, Gents, is that sometimes we find ourselves, or we find independent ladies who have all these positive characteristics, but then all these negative ones as well. Is that what I'm hearing, Mam Kulu?
And they're very stubborn.
Come again?
Independent, very stubborn.
They're very stubborn. Miles,
like, okay.
Miles, what? Sorry, can I just hear what Miles has to say about this? Because he's been quiet. I want to hear. Him and Abza have been quiet.
I think this is not our area of expertise. That's why we've been quiet on this one.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the understanding that in a relationship you guys aren't supposed to necessarily complete each other, as it were. You are there to complement one another.
Wow.
So the understanding for that we both shine. You understand? It's not I'm the when we a lot of times when people in relationships that I've seen when we talk about the relationship going well, one shines and then you'll be like we shine. You understand? Not this one. How do I put it? I think you get me. In the sense that we need to genuinely be both happy. We both want to see each other grow. That's why there's a thin line between realizing that we are one and needing understanding that we are both still independent individuals. Yes, we are one, but there is that sense of individuality. That's
I like that. I like that.
So yeah, I think it's finding the balance in that will ultimately help that along. I think.
Whew.
Okay, Absa, something else I hate was
because we're running out of time. Can I please ask for? Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to move on to our last question. Our last question is that is there anything else you guys would like the ladies to know? So basically, this is
we love you.
Oh. So I'm gonna give every gent about 5 seconds. Just one thing that you would really like the ladies to know. Absa, we'll start with you because you were quiet for the last one.
Okay.
Time, Absa, time.
Okay, ladies shouldn't worry too much about guys not pursuing them. When the right guy when the right guy comes along, he'll pursue you. He'll make his intentions clear. Don't worry about the other guys who are not sure and whatnot. Don't stress yourself too much.
I love that. Nale, let's hear it.
I'd like to say that we're not scared of independent women. Just find guys within your level. Don't go beneath your level or over your level.
Thank you, Tooks. We have 1 minute remaining, guys. Just shout them out. Just shout them out. Just shout.
Just do you, I guess. To the
Do
ladies,
you?
just do you. And yeah, I don't know. God will do the rest, I guess.
Gents,
Okay,
thank you so
I'm-
much. Thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, what is your last thing?
Okay, being in church doesn't mean you're already in heaven. They should know
Oh,
that.
why are you attacking us? Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Hi guys, unfortunately due to the nature of Zoom we have run out of time, but I would just like to say a big thank you to the wonderful gentlemen that you just saw. Big thank you to Nale, Tandazani, Miles, Wolford, Absa, Ordinal. Thank you so much guys. Really appreciate all of you. This wouldn't have been a success if it wasn't for y'all, so a big thank you to them. I would really encourage you guys to like, subscribe, comment. We may have run out of time, but please continue the conversation in the comment section. We encourage you to share it with everyone, because remember the Advent message to all the world of our generation. We are trying to evangelize through this channel and have important conversations that are very relevant to the youth of today, and to ensure that we walk a straight and narrow Christian path. So please do the most. Thank you so much for the support, and we will see you next time. Bye.